Lin Lie's Iron Fist, I feel like it's been flying under a lot of people's radar recently. It's only gotten resurgence because of Marvel Rivals. But his character dynamics and overall power potential is out of this world. And in this video, I'm going to show you just that. For those who haven't read Lin Lie's story, it's about understanding and balance. And that dynamic is shown through two different power sources. The Chi of Kunlun and his family heritage, the Sword of Fushi, otherwise what grants him the title of Swordmaster. So to truly understand his potential, let's break down both those power sets, starting with the Sword of Fushi. Throughout the series, as Lin Lie faces multiple pivotal character moments, we end up learning more about the sword. The Sword of Fushi is not only just a family blade, but it's sentient. It's bounded by their very soul, you could say. Throughout the series, you kind of find out that Lin Lie is almost a reincarnation, and his duty is to use one of the three sacred weapons in order to seal away Chi, the god of war. And though despite being noted to be a part of the set, the weapon on its own has the capability of slaying gods. Even the Greek god of war, Ares, finds this blade appealing. More aspects of the blade we end up learning about that it's unmeltable, unbreakable, and like I said before, only responds to Lin Lie. Eventually, the whole god-killing aspect gets re-emerged when they meet Davinawa, a Asian goddess of Madripoor. She knows Ares to be a young god. Then she lets us know that the Asian pantheons predate the Greeks by a large margin. Zeus was just a baby while most of the higher echelon gods in the Chinese pantheon were walking around. In other words, this goddess on her own was powerful enough to no-diff Ares, and this reinforces the point that this blade can kill gods, because this is what was going to be used to take her out. That's where the comic series of Swordmaster ends, but not its story, because now it gets tied into the whole Iron Fist aspect of his character. Due to an event that happened in Agents of Atlas, I suggest reading. The sword ended up breaking, shattering into pieces, but it's supposed to be unbreakable. We'll find out why later. This is where Lin Lie was supposed to die, but an outside power saved him. Shu Lao, the immortal dragon. That is how Lin Lie became the Iron Fist, and it's a unique sense because unlike most other title holders, it was gifted to him. He didn't have to slay the dragon, and that aspect gets brought up later on. But yeah, one thing I forgot to mention is that the blade did shatter, but it merged itself within Lin Lie's flesh, becoming one with him. And at first, this caused great turmoil for Lin Lie. But as I mentioned at the start of the video, this is about a story of balance. And over time, he learns to mitigate this issue. Well, all that's going on with Lin Lie's character, his brother is trying to awaken that very god of war. He succeeds in breaking off part of his shackles, getting granted a aspect of its power. This is the moment where Lin Lie learns the truth, that this entire time he's been fighting against what he's truly meant to be. There's so much inner turmoil, that is the reason he couldn't control either his sword or the Iron Fist. But after a good pep talk, after merging the two impossible power sources together, finding a balance between them both, he practically made a brand new power source, merging the chi of his original family, the Fushi, as well as that of Kunlun's. As I've noted before in other videos, one's chi, their spirit energy is completely unique to themselves. Shang-Chi tells us that Kung Fu is the mixture of one's unique spirit energy, their chi, and skill. And with Lin Lie making a new power source by merging these two forms of his spirit energy, this is a unique form of Kung Fu and power, again, that's never been replicated before, and probably can't be replicated. With this awakening, he ends up besting his brother who had the power of the god of war. But his story doesn't stop there, because judgment is nigh. Through this judgment, despite it being for Loki and how he is unworthy, we find out that Lin Lie is lifting Mjolnir, a same metaphysical aspect of the real hammer. That's the whole point of this whole judgment from the Celestial. He lifts it up. Loki is amazed and he throws it away. He's like, damn, who is this kid? Not only does he have two aspects of spirit energy within his body, everything regarding it is completely pure and worthy. And all those character aspects, all his powers end up culminating at the end of his trial of judgment. He doesn't kill this fake version of Shu Lao because he wants to prove he's worthy. I want you to be the one to give me the power. I don't want to steal it from you, showing that he is completely different from other Iron Fists before him. This is why he's the God Slayer. This is what makes him so unique, and this explains his potential being some of the highest amongst all the martial artists or even heroes on Earth. We're talking about a dude who can fight gods, who's meant to fight gods on a level beyond that of Zeus. Let that sink in. Give Lin Lie his respect. He deserves it for real.